Hello guys and welcome to a new video. Today we are in California. We're in Yosemite. My girlfriend and I are taking a quick trip here for Memorial Weekend. We just got here a few hours ago. We already got a few shots. It's been quite a crazy morning. We woke up at 3 a.m. super tired and then flew into San Jose, got a car, immediately drove to Yosemite. It has been quite stressful. It's been a mess because with Memorial Day there's people everywhere and it's super busy. But anyway, we're making the best of it and let's go and explore. We're about to enter Mist Trail after basically 2 hours of driving around and asking for information, trying to figure out where the hell was the parking and where to actually start. This place is beautiful, but it should definitely improve some of the directions. Anyway, check this out. We were running on only 3 hours of sleep so far with the flight and we were pretty tired, especially after not being able to find parking sometime soon. Luckily, Shinty found this spot by the water, which was so rewarding, so calming and so relaxing. Water has a way of calming you down whenever you're in nature, and it is one of the most beautiful things to just sit by and admire. We just finished a super cute photo shoot next to the water. Now we're gonna climb close to the Ashoverno Falls. The climb has gotten quite a lot, well the hike, not the climb, it's gotten quite a lot steeper. Shinty was pretty tired so she's taking a break and waiting for me down. But I wanted to walk a little more, try to go all the way up, see if there's any better views up there. But it is quite tough. Okay, the view up here is amazing. But my idea is to climb up there to get a better view. Check this out. Alright, I think that for today I'm actually done. Probably gonna head back. Just want to take a couple more pictures of this beautiful view and then just walk down and start checking into the hotel. What a beautiful place. Good morning everybody, it's day 2 at Yosemite. I wasn't able to film much last night. I wanted to film a few more clips but I was completely gone and passed out super early. But anyway, today we're heading out to Glacier Point, but we are going to stop and get a quick breakfast first and then it's going to be about an hour and a half drive all the way up. Oh yeah, definitely not healthy, much healthier. Alright, so we got breakfast and we left a little bit later than originally planned and we definitely paid the price for it because now there's an insane line to get into Yosemite. We need to drive only 33 miles and it's an hour and 50-minute drive, so that's gonna be quite the drive, but it is what it is. At least we enjoy some nice and scenic routes and then hopefully we make it to Glacier Point soon enough. It's been 30 minutes, but we're still stuck in traffic. The lane is quite big. But in the meantime, there's at least one crow that's kind of giving us a show. He's following the same car, looking for food. And it's so funny to see. He doesn't even fly. He's just walking right next to the same car the whole time. All right, we went through the checkpoint. Finally, the traffic is gone, so now we can actually go through pretty quickly. We're driving up to Glacier Point. We have about an hour and 12 minutes to go. But in the meantime, we can at least enjoy some of the beautiful views up ahead of us. Lucky for us, the beautiful views of Yosemite did keep us quite awake and in good company. and close to the entrance actually got pretty smooth. There wasn't a lot of traffic, there were only a few cars in front of us, and driving in the morning was absolutely stunning. The light was shining super bright, the mountains and the waterfalls were beautiful. El Capitan was magnificent and almost omnipotent, and I could only dream of being able to climb up there and see the views in the morning with that kind of light. It must be absolutely mind-blowing. And then we began a drive to Glacier Point, and to our surprise actually there wasn't anybody driving up with us, so the ride was very smooth and easy. Alright, we stopped on the road very quickly because we found a beautiful spot to take some beautiful pictures. Check this out. From this spot and on, it was basically photos after photos because the views were more and more amazing. So we stopped in multiple places to take different pictures, and to our surprise, there was still actually some snow in the peaks far away from us, and it made the overall landscape even more beautiful in our opinion. So we basically picked every single different view that we could find to just stop, take some photos together, just take in the views, and then move on all the way to the final location of Glacier Point View. Alright, we stopped in a spot that was absolutely beautiful with some amazing views to take some photos. And now we have probably another 20 minutes to get all the way up to actual Glacier Point, but so far this is turning out to be the best spot of the trip. Alright, we made it to the destination. It's absolutely beautiful. Let's go and take some beautiful photos now. Alright, we finally made it to Glacier Point. Check how beautiful this is. There's definitely a lot of people, but this will do anyway. So beautiful. More boulders to climb. We're checking if the boulders are on here. Can we climb? It's climbable? Nice. Alright, we're done with the Glacier Point Trail. It was absolutely worth it, super beautiful. And I think although we left a little bit late and it took a little longer to arrive, we still made it just on time because right now the traffic is absolutely awful. There's an insanely long line to get in. But we're gonna walk for a couple kilometers back because there's a specific spot that I've always dreamt about taking a picture of and a quick video of. And let's see how that is. Because there's no cars now, and it's a one spot that I've always dreamt of taking a photo of. And as you can see, it's right behind me. Whew. I'm tired. got it. Oh, this is fantastic. I've been dreaming of seeing this spot all my life. I almost want to cry. Need to get a few miles so Yosemite. Let's go. Alright, we got extremely lucky. We were in such a long line of traffic that we thought we should just leave, and it just felt like pretty miserable. We spent like an hour and a half doing probably like 5 miles to get out of the park and come to the lower section of Yosemite. But luckily enough, the traffic cleared out, and now we're taking a walk around the lower Yosemite Trail, which is absolutely beautiful, and it's gonna be the last spot for today. What's it called, the trail?
Yosemite Waterfalls.
Okay. Alright, we're entering Yosemite Waterfalls. It's absolutely stunning, check this out. We're finally arriving at the long awaited spot that we've been wanting to see basically forever. This is amazing. The waterfall is so strong. There's too much wind, so all the water is actually coming in, and we're getting all wet. But it's absolutely worth it. There's so many people though. We're now going to try and get a little bit closer even. Good morning, everybody. We are at the hotel this morning. I wanted to do a quick recap last night of the whole Yosemite experience, but I wasn't able to. I was just way too tired, to be honest, and I completely passed out. It took basically 4 hours to drive from Yosemite to Cupertino. We stopped at a hot pot place, and then yeah, I was basically gone for the rest of the night. Anyway, I wanted to do a quick recap before we head out again. Yosemite was absolutely fantastic, definitely an 11 out of 10 destination. I've always wanted to visit it. I've always wanted to go through the Glacier Point scenic route that everybody goes to take that beautiful picture with the road and a Capitan right in front. And it was definitely a dream come true. It doesn't even compare to the pictures. I think no photo or video can actually realistically give you an idea of the massive size of this national park. Everything was gigantic, all the trees were huge, and just overall it was fantastic. It was definitely quite crowded. We came here during the Memorial Weekend, so not ideal, but I think overall it worked out just fine for us. We left super early in the morning yesterday, and then we enjoyed Glacier Point, and it was quite nice actually. There weren't that many people going to Glacier Point. Most people stayed down at the valley. And then by the time that we were done, and we came down. We stopped at the lower Yosemite. It was just fine. We actually got super lucky and found parking immediately. And yeah, overall, definitely one of those places that anybody has to see at least once in their life. I am beyond just fulfilled and happy with this trip. It's been definitely amazing. And to consider that I haven't actually even seen all the park yet. Like, there's quite a few spots that we wanted to see that we weren't able to. So I definitely plan on coming back probably next month or something like that, just to finish the last few routes and trails that I want to hit. So yeah, if you are in the US or you're not in the US and you're just thinking about visiting and you're not sure whether to pull the trigger, absolutely do. I think Yosemite will absolutely pay off any doubt. And it was just mind-blowing. I loved it. I wish I could just stay there a little longer and just enjoy those views and just being in nature like that. I've been wanting to do it for so long. And I actually would like to come back also with my family, because I think the nice thing about Yosemite is that it is actually built quite nicely, and it's done in a way that you can actually bring even your grandparents there if you really want to. There's not a lot of really complicated hikes. There's quite a few nice spots that don't even require you to really hike any steep terrain. Most of the routes are really just drive to a different parking, park your car, and then just basically walk around a bit. Even Glacier Point, it's like an hour and a half drive from the actual entrance. And then most of the walking down around Glacier Point is not that steep at all. I think it was super easy. Like, you don't even need hiking shoes or anything like that. So yeah, I think overall we are absolutely ecstatic about the beginning of this experience. Yosemite was absolutely worth it, and we got a whole bunch of gifts for our friends and stuff to put on our fridge at home. It was just way too nice not to do it. So yeah, we got just so many different things, and we took so many pictures that I think I'm gonna print as soon as I get back home. The beginning of this California trip, definitely perfect, couldn't have asked for better. And now we're gonna head out, get breakfast, and then probably drive out to the Golden Gate Bridge to see the views. So I'll see you guys later. Alright, there wasn't much to do for the rest of the day, so I didn't film much. But now, of course, we couldn't end the video without taking a quick drive to San Francisco, and we came here to the Golden Gate Bridge overlook. And the weather's not too good. It's actually got pretty cloudy and pretty windy, but you know, for the first time it will do. Alright, let's go outside. It is super windy and super cold, but in the meantime we're trying to look for a good spot to take some photos. Everybody was at the welcome center and the parking lot was crazy full, but lucky online we found some recommendations to come to the Langdon something, whatever it's called. Let's go to the overpass. Oh yeah, Shinty's right there calling me now. Oh my gosh, so windy.
You ready?
Yeah, let's go. Oh wow.
That is where the tree is. Everybody take pictures near the tree.
Wow. Beautiful. Come on. It's so windy. Trying to take photos with all this wind is awful. Come on, there's some more views here. Good morning, everybody. I am back home. Shinty is not here. She's still in California. She's in Sunnyvale doing her internship. But in the meantime, I got back to Austin because I had some work to do here. I just wanted to do a quick recap to end our quick trip for the last weekend. And I just wanted to say that it was definitely a very quick trip. We kind of planned everything a little bit at the last minute because we wanted to see Yosemite. We wanted to see the San Francisco Golden Gate Bridge. And we basically only had 3 days to do everything. So although it was very rushed and it all happened so fast, it was definitely 100% worth it. I think Yosemite was much more beautiful than I would have expected it to be. It was definitely quite full of people. It was Memorial Weekend, so it wasn't the ideal Yosemite trip, of course. Most of the sections of Yosemite and most of the parking lots were, of course, quite full. It was pretty hard to move around. It was pretty hard to film and get some good shots or good photos. But at least for a first impression, it definitely paid off. I always had this dream of going out west and seeing the landscapes in California because everybody talks about them so beautifully. And being a climber and having watched the Alex Hannold and Capitan free solo, I've always dreamt about going down there and seeing what it really looks like when you're actually there in person. And it is much more impressive and much more ominous than I thought it would be. It was definitely gigantic. I knew it was quite the climb and I knew it was a very, very tall climb. But I think that Yosemite does not really show its real beauty and its real size in photo or in video. You definitely need to see it in person. It's something that it just left me overwhelmed, and I was at a loss of words because as soon as I drove in, the views were beautiful. All of these huge slats on the sides were so tall, and it's even more impressive because you go next to them, it's fully flat, and then all of a sudden it shoots up straight. And I think it's much more overwhelming to actually see in person. It was quite beautiful, and although there were so many people, it is definitely a trip that is something that one must do. It's probably one of my favorite spots in the US right now to go to. And I think what made it even more beautiful is the fact that we got there, that there was still snow on some of the peaks of the mountains far away. So it was quite beautiful to see all the landscape of Yosemite, and in the backdrop there were mountains with snow still. That made it even more beautiful for us. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you on the next one.